and today's book is called Love You Forever, and this is a classic. It came out in 1986, so 3 years after I was born, and it has been reprinted 106 times. So this book came out. This copy I have was made in 2018. It's called Love You Forever, and it's written by Robert Munsch, illustrated by Sheila McGraw. And this is a classic that every mom has read to their baby. Okay, look at him. He's just tearing up the bathroom. And if you guys realize, and if you listen to my earlier stories, that I do my videos in my baby's room, and his name is Rain. So we're on Rain Street. We read books on Rain Street. Okay, and there's some of his books right there, and this is his room. Okay, Love You Forever. And this book is to Ann Munsch and Andrew, Julie, Taya, Sam, and Gilly Munsch. And to my mom and dad, Thomas John Munsch, 1912 to 2005, and Margaret McKeon Munsch, 1914 to 2006. So that's the year. That means their mother and father looks like have passed away. Okay, here we go. And passed away just means they're not here anymore with us to read us stories or play with us, but they're still here in heart. Okay. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, "I love you forever. I like you all for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you will be." Here he is, tearing up the room. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." Sometimes kids do a little bit of things to make their parents upset. And she is peeking in on him in his bedroom. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." So he's 2 right there. Here he is. He's a big kid. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. He never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. Hopefully he wasn't saying any real bad words. Where are they? But at night, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she picked up that 9-year-old boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Here he is, big, big, big kid. The boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. Look, his friend's upside down. Oh, look at the cat. The cat has his paws over his ears. Look, she's peeking in. But at nighttime, when the teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she picked up the great big boy and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." That teenager grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home. He got a house across town. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. What do you think she wants to do? Rock him. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older. She got older and older. One day she called up her son and said, "You better come see me because I'm old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I love you forever, I like you for always." But she couldn't finish because she was too old and sick. Look, who's getting rocked now? The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He sang this song, "I love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." Isn't that sweet? When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. So he's at his house. And look what he has. His very own baby. Let's see. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The end. And on the back it says, "A young woman holds her newborn son and looks at him lovingly. Softly she sings to him, 'I love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." This is a story of how that little boy goes through the stages of childhood and becomes a man. It is also about the enduring nature of parents' love and how it crosses generations. Love You Forever is a book that both children and adults will enjoy over and over again. Okay guys, so in that story, even though the mom said, "This kid is driving me crazy," or she says she feels like she's living in a zoo, no matter what happened, or if he made her upset, or if he made a mess, every night she still wanted to sing her song because she loved him forever. So she was saying, say it with me, "I love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." So it doesn't matter what you do, if you get in trouble, your parents, they will always forgive you and they'll always love you. Okay? Until next time. Bye. Love you forever.